Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex setups for today. So we'll start off with the EURUSD as normal, and we are pretty much sideways. There's no two ways about that. No real direction for me. There's nothing really transpiring. I suppose the one thing that does look like is setting up. When we had this in yesterday, but we have got a break below that. So here we've broken this trend line, we've come back, we've tested it, we're going sideways. This is very much a sideways market as far as I'm concerned. And if we pop down to the 1 hour, there's really no direction whether we're getting dollar strength, dollar weakness, euro strength, euro weakness. If you look at the hour, the trend at the moment is down. So I would be tempted to be looking for shorts below 117.462. Just bear in mind you've got this trend line here, so that's going to nullify that for me anyway. Could be bottom of the range as well, looking for moves to the upside. There's just too much indecision. There's not really a trend that I'm interested in here, so I'll be sitting out of this. Pretty much going to be sitting out of most of the markets until after the elections. Looking at the charts this morning. Moving on to US dollar, Japanese yen. We've got this massive area of support here. If you look at that on the weekly, you'll see what I mean. So a pretty big area of support here. So a break through that would bring the next level into play, which would be 100.935. Okay, so that's kind of the setup at a glance. But if you move to the hour, you'll see we've got a bit of a trend line break here on the hour. There it is there. So by the looks of things, we should be looking for opportunities to buy off this bottom, and it all depends what happens in this area here. Okay, so we can get above this area and start finding some higher lows here. Probably a good area for a long, but you're going to have a relatively wide stop loss, about 300 point stop loss at the moment, but that does look like it's a potential trend change. Really just depends whether this level can hold. Not that there. Okay, and I'm just going to zoom in just to see exactly what I'm talking about here. You can see we've rejected a level, we've come up, broken through the moving average, rejected it or tested it, and now we're doing that again. This was the previous level of support. We've broken through, we have tested it once. Now I want to see if it holds again, and if I just delete that and we put another level in there, you'll see there's another level of support just below this one. So this zone here is what you're looking for. You're looking for some bullish price action in the zone, and you're looking for it to move the upside. The other thing to bear in mind is you've got a potential trend line developing here. Okay, so that pretty much probably some scalps here. The stop would be this area here, 104.290. So stop below 104.290. Get some bullish price action here on a 15 or a 20-minute chart. Will be a long, take a pretty tight stop, and then you're going to be looking at every single level as an opportunity to buy, take profit. Okay, Euro Aussie dollar. So we had this massive breakout here. Okay, broke through. We were looking for a retest. The retest happened, but then we dropped below it, and now we're back above it. So this to me is again just pure confusion at the moment that's going on in the market. So you've had this chaos here, then all of a sudden moving up there. We've got the ECB coming out today as well. There might be some interesting announcements to prop up the euro, so that may be coming to play. I think for me at the moment, I want to see if we can get back down to 166032, and then see if there's another opportunity to get back up to this level of 167842. So I want to see a bit of a pullback, hold this level, and then move up. This was a pretty strong move, but we've had strong moves that have just been eroded, so I'm not going to write too much into that right now. But let's see what happens. We need to come back onto support, so we need to flip what was resistance into support. And for me at the moment, sorry, that's 166062 is the area we're watching. Okay, Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. I think this one we're going to just opt out of now. It doesn't seem to be wanting to do anything. So we had this inverse head and shoulders here. We've moved up. It does look like we're rejecting a level again, but when I look at the hour, we have a bit of a triangle formation. So you can see that's a neckline of the head and shoulders. We broke out, came down, tested it, and we got in for a long here thinking we're on our way, and then it comes back down to test that level again. And at the same time, we have this confusion pattern, consolidation pattern, not knowing where to go, is it up or down? So for me, that's ranging right now. I'm going to stay well away from that right now. Okay, even if it breaks that triangle, I'm not interested in it. British pound, Japanese yen. So there's nothing happening on this one. So we did have a pretty strong pullback. We've had this pin bar, and now we've got the buyer stepping in here. Let's just have a look at the hour. But it's forming into a wedge. I would be interested in shorting somewhere around here again. Yeah. So somewhere in this area between 136143 and 136299 on this trend line here. See if we can get a rejection of that. Look for something on 20 minutes or the 30 minutes. See if you can get some bearish price action there for a move to the downside. Does look like it's a bit of a wedge forming as well. There's the bottom of the wedge, and there's the top of the wedge there. You get the picture. Okay, so yeah, I'd be interested to see what happens up here for a second push down to come and test these levels. Well, basically the 135 level. Okay, Aussie dollar, US dollar. So yeah, nobody really knows what's going on with the dollar at the moment, and with elections coming up, I think I'm just going to stay out of this as well. So pretty strong move down, a bit of a consolidation. Let's see, maybe we can get a rejection. I'd like to see a rejection right where we are. So that's worth watching. Let's just zoom in. But we do have some bullish price action here as well, and it does look like a bit of a flat top triangle forming. We are sideways. I think that's the key thing that you need to understand. We are sideways. Even though we had this little squirt here, we are not in a trend. We are pretty much sideways, up above the moving average and below the moving average. So we are sideways. If we do get some form of rejection here and break this mini trend line that's forming to the downside, that would give you a fairly decent area for a short with a stop above. I'd probably put a stop in the 0.070940 area. There is a possibility as well that we can squirt up to come and test this breakout here, okay, which is 0.71063. So yeah, I think I'm just going to stay out of that. Doesn't look very appetizing either way. British pound, Aussie dollar. So we had this move down. We've had a long period of consolidation here, barbed wire consolidation, tail to the upside, tail to the downside, and then we've broken back up. Now, this is a massive area of resistance that we are trying to break through, and there's even bigger head and shoulders here as well. So looking at the hour, I think this for me is still looking like a good opportunity to buy into. Okay, so what we'll be waiting for, a lot of lines at the moment, but obviously I want to get above this high that's been made now, which is 184403. I want to come back onto it, and then I want to find support there, and that will be my opportunity to buy, and the stop area will be below here. Okay, if we move back down to the bottom, I'm not interested, just going to stay out of it like the other one. So that's probably the only one that I'm looking at, which is pound Aussie dollar right now. Okay, anyway guys, just bear in mind there is a host of financial results coming out today, a massive amount of financial results, and all the big ones are coming out as well. So we've got data coming out, we've got elections, we've got COVID, we've got so many different balls that are up in the air at the moment. So, and a couple of, I don't know how many traders there are, but a couple of, more than a million traders, more than a couple of million I suppose, and each one of us with a different idea of which way it's going to go. So it just as a perfect recipe for volatility and confusion. So anyway, be safe, keep those stops tight, whatever you are doing today, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.